Well, ladies and gentlemen, so welcome to our Planets Through Ascendant series. And this week we're going to be covering Sun in the 4th house in Aries for Capricorn ascendant people. And what happens when Sun is in the 4th house, exalted in the sign of Aries, in the 4th house, while it controls the 8th house of Capricorn ascendant, for Capricorn ascendant folks. And as always, if you do not know if you have this placement, what other placements you have, all the other astrological details, for that check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report, including my books, Astrology, Conjunction, Aspects, and Mahadashas at the Speed of Light at this link here. So, Sun in the 4th house. So, as you know, for a Capricorn ascendant people, Sun rules the 8th house of life and death scenarios, surgeries, inheritance, insurance, wills and states, occult, mysticism, spouse's wealth, joint assets, hidden wealth, hidden secrets, anything which is like just hidden underneath, mysterious, full of conspiracies and mysteries, the 8th house. Then 8th lord's energy, which is now controlled by Sun, goes into the 4th house, exalted in the sign of Aries. Okay, so what do we say here? Well, first thing we see here is that the native, because Sun is exalted, native will always attain wealth of the mother. Mother herself will attain inheritance and wealth. However, because Sun is a hot planet, because remember, Sun is known as one of the malefic planets. Why? Not because it's malefic, but because it is so hot, the poor guy, wherever it sits, it's going to burn the significance of that house. So shows mother has tremendous ego. If it's not the mother's way, it's going to be the highway. Your lifeline, okay? And I'm not talking about longevity. I'm talking about your ability to sustain yourself depends on the mother very, very strongly. Like your ability to just live, your ability to breathe, your ability to be yourself comes through the mother. This also shows that one's home will be made of wood. Wow, look at the wood stretching. You can feel the wood stretching. That tells you fall is here. Like, this is crazy. And it does this all day. It's like the wood is like contracting, and here I am talking about wood. Oh man, look at the omen. So yes, your home will be made of wood, or your home will be surrounded by wood. But there could also be a well near your house or in your house, especially I don't think you're going to find that in the United States, but in India, it is very common for there to be a well if you have Sun in the 4th house in Aries. Or especially, being the 8th lord, because 8th house represents wells, things that go deep. They're sitting in the 4th house. So this is why wells are seen from this placement. We also see that a person will be very much fascinated at some point in their life. And I'm not talking about if you're 15 years old. You may not even understand half the things that I'm saying here. Is that you'll be attracted towards Vastu Shastra and Feng Shui. Whether you would want to learn it, or you're going to have a consultant come in the home, or you're going to take help of a consultant. Because remember, Sun represents the light, okay? Sun represents father and authorities and government and light. It's part of your personality and soul. And being the 8th lord of the mysterious things, the hidden knowledge, hidden things, sitting in the 4th house. Everything which is hidden is related to the 4th house. Vastu Shastra and Feng Shui, which is the same thing, the art of healing the home through these mysterious knowledge. Now for us it's mysterious. Back, in the ancient China and India, it was just like, it was more of a 9th house knowledge. But remember, because of the precession of the equinox, not the equinox, I'm sorry, the wobble of the earth, the energy moves backwards. So the 9th house energy, which was very common back in the days, goes into the 8th house. So this is why in Vedic astrology, every 24,000 years or 2,000 years, 2,000 years, the sign goes backwards. Will go backwards. So now the 8th house, the 9th house energy, which was known as your dharma, some things that you just looked upon, like, wow, astrology, yes, everybody's learning it. Wow, feng shui, everybody's learning it. Now it just becomes more of like a conspiracy and a mystical type of subject. So this is why now that energy goes into the 4th house. This also shows there will be feud between your mother and your father because of ego, because of who wants to control the home, who wants to take the ownership of being the householder. And especially now it's very, very prominent and strong, because now the woman works, the woman pays the bill, man works, man pays the bill. Now both of them are like, okay, who controls this house now? So father sitting in the 4th house. 4th house is the house of mother, but also son is exalted. So father is going to be overpowering your mother, but then the mother will also not budge because she also has the exalted 4th house. So when you were born, it was a omen. And not because of your birth, but you were just an indicator that it's about to happen now. All these fights and arguments will erupt within the home now. So whenever people say, oh my God, from birth of my son, I lost my wealth. Oh, I must have done some bad deeds to receive this child. That's such a nasty thing to say to your children. Because you know why I say this? Because I get emails of people saying this. Since my daughter has been born, I have been nothing but under debt. I was better off just with my first 2 children. And this is why certain stupid, dumb people who don't want to learn anything beyond the superficial astrology don't understand. When the children are born, they're simply indicating that your karma is now coming alive. We don't care. We're not affecting your karma. We're not doing anything. Our planets are not changing your planets. Our planets are simply indicating that something is going to be now activated in your home. If it wasn't for us, something else would have come and indicated that. That's all it is. So don't blame your children for certain positions. Oh, birth of this child, it just brought me this misery and this and that. Wow, people run fast. Oh yeah, through birth of my child, I've received this and this and this. They'll be the first one to say that. And when something negative happens, oh, I don't know why they're born. So you got to get rid of that. And I get that. And it just, sometimes I get so mad hearing those things, I just refund people. I'm like, I can't do this. I cannot be giving you a consultation when you don't even have proper knowledge of how the universe works. But what this also shows is that you will collect gold within the home. You will collect gold within the home. Mother would either be a healer, herbologist, somebody who has a green thumb. Mother may have a green thumb. This also shows you could have tendency of having affairs with married people. You may have affairs with married people. Or just you may just have affairs, secret affairs. But I'm saying may. It depends upon other factors too. But also you have to remember, Sun is without the Digbala. Sun is without directional strength. But it's exalted. And what this shows us is that your first half of life will be greatly controlled and overpowered by the mother or father. They will make all the decisions for you. After that, after the age of 40, you will come out of your shell and you'll start making decisions on your own. After 40, you will realize, oh no, you're not going to control me anymore. Okay? So guys, this was my analysis of Sun in the 4th house and in the sign of Aries. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. And if you don't know where your Sun is placed, all your astrological details, my books, reports, consultations, for that, check out the links here. Otherwise, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.